shame on me, I'm a fool for the melody. I don't wanna stop right now. All I need is a drum with a heavy beat. Hit me with that future sound. It's time to let go, we're not going home. This feeling I can't live without. So shame on me, I'm a fool for the melody. This is our party, and this is where the beat goes down.
Oh baby, touchdown in Dubrovnik, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Me and Em have been in Split and Hvar many moons ago. Good food, good company, good vibes. So you know what I mean, when we came to Dubrovnik we thought it's just going to be very similar, and already we're just elevating. Day one, we got the sun dropping out the sky in the distance. Me and Emma actually stayed in about 10 minutes outside of the city centre, the city walls. A few people stayed inside. It was actually kind of similar. We could have stayed inside for like similar price, but a little bit further out. We're 3 minutes from an absolutely gorgeous little beach, which you can see behind me. I'll overlay a few little clips as we're going now, but yeah, we've just been chilling on here for about 3-4 hours. We've got the old bus up from Mostar, which is about 3.5 hours, crossed the old border, and yeah, the water here is crystal clear, turquoise. Can it be crystal clear and turquoise? It bloody can if I say so. And yeah, we've just got a nice little 6 nights lined up, just taking it easy, back to the old school type holidays, not the exploring, not the travel guides, just taking it easy, taking you guys along. As always, if you have any questions, anything you want to know as we go through the week, the journey, hang it in the comments. I'll respond at some point. But yeah, a few beers, a little bit of seafood, a little bit of beach action, maybe a couple rig picks flying about, and tomorrow might be taking on a bit of a fitness challenge. But yeah, day one, this is what we're dealing with. Sun dropping out of the sky, treated on the first day. And yeah, days like this just make me think, God, I would love to live by the coast, nice European city, and have this on the absolute regular. I've said it before and I'll say it again, the best all-rounder since Freddie Flintoff. An absolute brutal morning, but on this channel, you know, we earn them, we drink them, and oh baby, we've earned them today. Started on the beach, me and Emma staying like over here on La Pad beach, all the way up past that little marina, all the way through town, and then yeah, began the brutal climb. So many steps, little bit of a technical one. You've got the old town just in the centre of the shot now. Absolute stunning scenery. But yeah, it was 423 metres in elevation gain, average pace 7:14 a kilometre, which is absolutely outrageous. Only did 6k up here, but it was brutal. 42 minutes 50 seconds. The heart rate was decent. It was about like under 150, it's about 140, 142. All the way through time, which was pretty steep, and I got to the bottom of the hill, the switchback started and the legs started absolutely pounding. It was up about 173, 175 beats per minute, but absolutely outrageous scenery. Gonna come back up here again with them. So if you do want to walk up, Neens and Shady, they walked up a couple of years ago from the centre of the old town right in the middle over here, and it took them about 145 to the top. I just ran from La Pad beach, which is like probably one of the furthest spots you can go to. I've not been to the old town yet, but I can tell you this, we're going to go in a couple of days. If you want the best sunset, so we're staying, as I said, here right on La Pad beach, gorgeous beach, a lot quieter than I've seen, and it's not rocky, sorry, it is rocky, it's not sandy, but the sun sets right about here where we had last night. So yeah, if you want a gorgeous sunset 3 minutes from your accommodation, get yourself on La Pad beach, and I'll be there very, very shortly, sinking a few cervezas. But yeah, outrageous scenes. We earn them, we drink them. Let's get after it, baby. What started as some morning kilometres was back dropping wisdom, not making the mistakes, but learning about them so you don't have to. If you want the best view of the old town, you got the gorgeous little local beach, bottom left of the old frame now. Just silly colours running through the water. The view from like where you have to pay at the top is absolutely shocking. So we'll just pan around a little bit. La Pad Beach will be the furthest thing you can see right in the distance now, so I've got a long way to get home. But yeah, right at the top is where the cable car drops you off, and then they try and make you pay an extra €3 for the viewpoint there. Do not pay for that. You either want to go up the road to where I was before, where I took that kind of little intro clip, or if you come down the path, like down like where all the cars come from, you come to this little spot here. There'll be loads of people stood here chilling, and yeah, you're just absolutely treated with this. If you go to the top, you basically have the cable car blocking your view on the view you have to pay for. So I'm not sure who's designed that, but they should probably get the old sack. Or you can come here for absolutely free and just get all the absolute silly scenes in the bones. Different gravy morning. Croatia is absolutely stunning. It's one of them, it just does not do it justice. But hopefully going to come back up with the king, get the old drone in the sky. Outrageous behaviour. Oh baby, 13k in the bones. Don't remember the last time I had a full fat coat, but they do hit the spot. One of the very few drinks I think you can actually notice a difference. Sugar versus sugar-free. Average kilometre, 5:51. I'll whack the stats on the screen now. The first half, brutal uphill. The second half, I went for like a longer route where if you get a taxi to the top, it'll take you that way. A lot more enjoyable run, just cruising, bit of wind through the hair. But yeah, I've been all downhill and I'm absolutely dripping in it. But yeah, the goal of this year is just get after it. More running, more gym, more events, more races, more beerwaries, more meeting friends, more going to flare places. Well, can't go to more flare places than last year, but we'll give it a bloody good go. Wowee, that was a brutal one. I was going to say one of the toughest this year. I think like the half marathon in Ibiza was just a little bit more difficult. The 20 cervezas the night before. Not wise, not big, not clever, but whacking this in the system and get some food. I like to go pass out on the beach and have a delicious ice cold beerwari. Shout out to Ivana. Anyway, there's no gas in there. Cheers now.
It's good chicken.
You're still smoking cigarettes.
Is that you? No. Yeah, the king. She's lying. The team back in action. How was the run this morning, Em? You enjoy it?
It was a hard one.
The king was busy working. What we're dealing with, what drink we're on. We're just on the beach, chilling, relaxing. Talk us through the setting, Em.
50 Shades of Blue. That's all I can.
That's all you got for us?
Yeah, 50 Shades of Blue.
That's it. The king, concise, direct, to the point. She could be Balkan. Obviously myself, just like to get a little bit windy. 1 in the weather and 2 in my chat. What are you dealing with? Em's on Summersby. You're going to give it a little taste test for the boys? Or is that umbrella going to blow away? Yeah, we're on a massive beach. It's absolutely stunning here, to be fair. Gorgeous water. Everybody's just in the sun, getting a bit of vitamin D in the bones, and you've got the ginger and the northerner just hiding in the shade, embarrassing ourselves. The umbrella's already blown away once, which is a sign that we're absolute wetbags and we need a little bit more tan in the system. Yeah. But yeah, Em's on the ciders. Talk us through.
Watermelon, anything watermelon can't go wrong. It's too good.
Too good.
Too good. That is good.
Yeah, and obviously I've got a massive bag full of the Kronenberg Blanche. Can I do it like this is the question. Hopefully that came out in cam. I might put it out there, that might be my favourite beer there ever is. When you get that on draft, that's the first time I had it, I think he split a fair few years ago. Stunning bit of kit, very much like a Jubel. Wheat beer with a hint of citrus, and I tell you what, it's got a lot. Very much like little lager top. What else are we dealing with them? We got, I can't get them to pick anything else, but it's carnage on this beach. Gone for a little salad. Oh no, all over the camera bag. It's absolute carnage. What's the price difference in buying our own goods versus?
Yeah, I mean, we had one yesterday. I mean, I feel like you can't go wrong with a Greek salad.
Yeah.
Like, so we paid €12 in the restaurant literally behind us.
Was how much it was?
Yeah. And then a few meters, 100 meters back, is a supermarket selling the exact same.
Wait, how much is that? €9?
No.
Or €4.09, €3.09.
This umbrella with their life.
Anyway, buy some goods, bring them to the beach.
No, it was €3.20.
Love that. Em's got some raspberries, she's got a little salad action, and we've also got a little Trova vodka. This is what we're dealing with. Little taste test. No mixer. Yeah, off the bat. Let's go. We'll go in.
Just what you need after a run.
This, by the way, if anyone is looking to really recover quickly, the Tour de France should be introducing this very shortly. Troja vodka.
I've got this at the ready.
Yeah, the fact it doesn't say triple distilled or something like that worries me a lot.
Can't go just for that.
That not enough.
I'll have a little sip.
I do not think I've drank a vodka in a long time, and I tell you what, I've definitely not shot it. However, there's many a times I've given the boy Glenn's harsh treatment, and Glenn's is like the absolute creme de la creme in comparison to that. Don't worry about putting a tag on it. No one's stealing that. That is disgusting. Luckily, the beers are good. And I've got an absolutely massive sandwich, but we're holding on to too much stuff. We're taking in the vibes, taking in the scenery, maybe a bit of drone action. The new movement of the channel, though, what we're saying, a little bit of cinematography. Is that the word for it? Cinematic shots. Yeah, just a bit more vibes. And I think, like I was saying, like a lot of the time, we have like clips like this. I'll talk over the beach and just show you clips, whereas I think there's a lot of beauty in what you can see, but also what you can hear. So there's going to be a lot more stills and just a lot more just chilled, relaxing content. In between. Good vibes.
Good vibes, and we've got our own little beds and umbrella from our Airbnb.
That's a sandwich I've made.
Yeah. Otherwise, what was it? Is it 30?
Yeah, that is a good little tip actually. Yeah. We booked an Airbnb. We didn't know it came with this, but you've got these two little, what would you describe these as? Cushions? Fold up beds, cushions, and a parasol. So if you want to save a little bit of dollar, we thought we actually walked down. It's €30 last night. We went and checked to have a parasol and 2 sun lounges for the day. But we've just saved ourselves that, and we're drinking I think it's €1.09 for a quadruple shot of these fellas. Would I recommend it? Absolutely not, but will it get the job done? I can't wait for you to try it.
Oh, yeah.
You're lucky you're holding that in the other hand, otherwise I'd get some pressure on. But yeah, the king looking top drawer in a new bikini.
Thank you.
Drop the likes in the comments. Vibes all day, baby. Let's get it.
picture. Psych.
Double.
I think so.
Hindu society.
Oh, that's a double, right?
That's a double, all right.
Give it a little mixy. Is that a thing? Do people drink that? Gin and lemonade?
Gin and lemonade, elite for me.
It's actually not that bad. I quite like it. If I'm going to go in, I need to go in. So, that means one thing.
Oh baby, we are back. Many a cerveza in the old bones. How are the drinks going on?
Great, I love them.
What's your
Mixing it up with a bit of Coke and vodka, a bit of gin and lemonade, gin and Fanta.
Gin and Fanta might be the most aggressive drink I've ever heard, but we've got a couple words of wisdom. Many people in life are talking about golden sand beaches, and they do look amazing. However, I've got a polar opposite view. When you have a golden sand beach, all the sand ends up in your room. So for me, pebble beaches, is that controversial?
The water is so cold, so it's just coming up on it.
What do you reckon? How cold's the water?
So we've just got back from Bosnia, which is one of the coldest rivers in Europe.
In Mostar, yeah.
Sorry, in Mostar.
Karavačka?
Possibly. So, okay, yes, that was cold. So coming here, you think that we'd have climatised to it.
Seasoned veterans.
Yeah.
And I was expecting it to be really warm here. Yeah.
Warm, but actually, it's freezing.
But it is good. When the sun's beating down and your internal temperature's going up, you need just that little refresher. But when it hits the nutsack, when it hits the belly button, it is cold.
It is cold, especially like now. It's getting a bit cooler in the afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. But stunning scenes, stunning water, super relaxed. And I think I said this when we were on the Bosnia vlog. If you've not watched it, these are words of wisdom. Anywhere around this place in the world, the rules are just don't be a dickhead and you'll be all right. Like, if you want to buy a drink from a shop, if you want to buy a drink from a bar, if you want to fly your drone, if you want to, whatever you want to do, just don't be an idiot and you'll be absolutely fine. Like, there's no like police, there's no like people say don't do this, don't do that. There's so much like respect and people just are just like, yeah, just don't be an idiot basically. But they are the words of wisdom for the day. Prices on sitting in, like if you pay for like a sun lounger over there and drinks, talk us through what you got for us.
I mean, yeah, I think that was our plan really. We were going to come, we were like, we pre-checked like who looked how much it was going to be, and it was €30 for 2 sun loungers and a parasol.
Yeah.
We were happy, we were going to pay for it, we were like, cool, fine.
Yeah.
And then kind of by chance, we were getting ready this morning and we found 2 of these like cushions, sun lounger fold-up things and a parasol, and we were like, might as well just save ourselves €30 and just...
We did nearly kill someone in the first 10 minutes because they have these like little poles, these white things that you put the parasol in, put it in there, and obviously we're not experts, so we didn't understand the physics, we didn't understand the wind, and all of a sudden these 2 girls nearly got cleaned out.
Twice.
But no, they were pretty signed. But yeah, saved us a load of money. And then like drink-wise, talk us through. What have we done today?
I mean, again, because we were a bit like, well, we're coming on like the public part of the beach. Yeah. And then the bar's like all the way over there. And we were in the supermarket this morning and they had, 2 double bottles for €1, is it €1.90 or €1.09?
Yeah, you can get like the local vodka, gin, whiskey, any spirit you can think of, which is like for 100 mils, 4 shots, is like €1.80. So they're practically paying you to drink them. Whereas we actually looked at the prices. How much over there? Like $5.50 for what, a single? $5.50 for one shot. So if you want a double, I'm not a mathematician, quick maths. 11. $5.20. Yeah, so basically you'd be paying €15.20 for a double, just sit on the beach. Or you can do what we do. So we buy the spirits and then just go to the shop. There's literally a shop just behind us, and it is £1.70 for an ice cold mixture of your choice. But again, I think it just links back to the whole, like, if you want that more like table service, you want that more elegant, you can. If you want to keep it cheap and if you just want to come here and chill, like the opportunity is there. Like it's accessibility.
Fine, though. Like,
yeah.
We've had cold drinks all day.
Yeah.
There's been no difference apart from what was raised off the floor in a sunlander. Like, that's what you've been in. You saved so much money.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Same beach, like.
Yeah. Ridiculous things, but I think it just links back to like accessibility. Anywhere in life you can make things as expensive or as affordable, cheap as you want them to be. We've still got the silly views, we've still got an absolutely ruthless little sunset dropping out the sky, but I will leave you on this little anecdote tonight before we let you see another little sunset. So me and Em last night, we're sat on Sunset Beach, the far side. It's like gorgeous, you hear the wind flowing even through the ears. There's loads of little couples sat there, families, everyone's really quiet, quaint, people swimming. And about 20 minutes before the sunset, we hear, Mary, we've got a great spot here. Careful, Mary. This goes on for about 5-10 minutes. This American group come around. If you're American, do you love this? Do you hate this? You guys are super, super live. But I'll give that as a negative. You guys are lied. However, when I ran up the mountain this morning, the only people giving me beans, like literally cheering me on, were these two American couples who were like, "You've got this, man. Keep it going. Keep it going." So it's a pro, it's a con. If you're American, do any Americans even watch my videos? If you do, let me know in the old comments. Any final words of wisdom, man? What you got for us? This is the best beach for the sunset. Like it's an absolute joke.
It is really nice.
Yeah.
Get yourself to Dubrovnik, couple gin and Fantas. What more could you want?
There you go. The King's closing the video. We're only one day in. Many more to come. Let's go, baby. 6-minute clip. That's pretty egregious on day one. We're back tomorrow. We might be in the old time. We might be on a boat trip. We might be absolutely hanging out the back of ourselves. Who knows? Let's get it.
naturale.
Your outfit.
Shake it.
Really nice. That is good.
Absolutely stunning architecture, UNESCO World Heritage Site, and one of the oldest pharmacies in the entire world, 1317 rumour on the circuit. But the fact we're sat out on a little boat trip today, just taking in the water, completely forgot to do a clip talking about the old time. That's how good it was. We're exploring, firing about the place, and it's stunning. It's extremely small, extremely compact. Got some really nice drone vids. Like all the buildings look obviously the same stone colour, and yeah, it's just an absolutely stunning little place. All the like the orange top roofs. Nearly said terracotta. We're not in China, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's loads of different things you can do there. But let's go back to the highlight. Mr. Will Gobbins, aka the chairman, he gave us the recommendation to go to a little joint called Carmen, and it did not disappoint. The best meal we've had in a very long time. I'd say the starter in particular, we went for the octopus salad. It had these little sweet peppers, like a ridiculous amount of octopus. Normally when you get like a fish dish or a meat dish, you're complaining that, oh, there's not a lot of like the filling in there or whatever it is. There was too much octopus. It was unbelievable. The best thing I've had in a long time. There's all these little capers and also caper berries.
Also never had those. A delicious bit of kit, sensational service. For the old main course, I went for the sea bass filleted. You got 2 sea bass fillets, which were really nice. These lovely little potatoes. And M was on a seafood pasta. Worth noting that it was like 16 euros for the starter, and then the mains were around 23 and 25. M had a seafood pasta. Normally you get it and it's in that like kind of like white wine sauce. It doesn't really taste it too much. This had a little bit of like, I want to say like a little bit of a cheesy taste to it. Absolutely banging. Like if we go back to the old time, I would actually just go back there and get 3 of the octopus salads. That is everything you need to know. We had to check out a little dessert, pepinos. Unfortunately, they had about 27 different flavours, all with nuts in. So M tried the vanilla, and you know what I mean. You know what we do on this channel? We give you the good, we give you the bad, but we give you the honest insight. She said it was pretty mid-tier. She said it was very, very dense. Not bad, but do you know what I mean? For all the hype, do you know what I mean? There's one thing you can miss, and it's €4 a scoop in there, so they should wear a mask and a striped jumper. Outrageous prices. In terms of the city, as I say, gorgeous, stunning architecture. You've got different churches, cathedrals. You can do the Walk of Shame, like Cersei Lannister. From Game of Thrones. If you are into Game of Thrones, just search online Game of Thrones locations, and you can just walk to them all yourselves if you wanted to save money. And if you want to walk the walls, it's €40 to walk the walls, which is pretty bloody steep. Obviously we've got the drone, we've got some nice aerial clips of everything. So yeah, we actually gave the wall walk a miss, but we might go back, check that out in a couple of days' time. And then yeah, had a little wander around, very much giving the Valletta in Malta vibes, or Kotor of Montenegro, all kind of little small streets and alleyways. I would probably say it's about 40% more expensive for drinks, food and everything in between than the places where we are, La Pad, or just outside the walls, and it is absolutely rammed in there. But good buzz, good energy, good vibes, and some good JPEGs knocking about. Couple things that are worth noting: you cannot take your shirt off in there, you will get a fine. You cannot drink on the streets, you will get a fine. I think it's like €150 M for the drinking on the streets. And then also, this is actually a pretty big one, yeah, if you have a suitcase and you're staying in the walls, you're not allowed to like pull it on the wheels because it ruins the floor. So do bear that in mind. There are loads of people doing that, and I'm pretty sure it's an even bigger fine. It's like $250, $256 for that. So yeah, don't get caught out. And whatever the temperature is, it's also going to be about another 5-8 degrees in there. It was boiling. We actually went into like a little tourist information place to buy a bottle of water and just bask in a bit of their air conditioning. And then there's a woman walking around in Uggs in this weather. Outrageous behaviour. And then we finish off the afternoon. Definitely go here, Boozer Bar. If you search like best things to do in the old town in Dubrovnik, this will be one of the top things. Exactly what it says on the tin. It is a bar where you can get a little bit boozy, and then there's loads of people cliff jumping there. I think the smallest jump is about 7 meters, and then the top one, right, some absolutely loose blokes were jumping off. I want to say is about 20 meters. Do you reckon it was as high as the thing, yeah? Do you reckon it's as high as jumping off the bridge in Mostar? I'm not sure. It could have been, but it's pretty bloody high. But yeah, gorgeous little place. I would personally, now I've been to both, I would stay in La Pad where we stayed, because I think it's a little bit quieter. Obviously the beach is nicer. I'll just drop my mic. It's absolute pandemonium. But yeah, stunning. I think Dubrovnik is definitely one of my favourite cities, definitely in Europe, if not the entire world. So yeah, on a little boat trip today, taking you around as usual. Cheers now. Ruthless scenes, little coffee in the bones. trip day, baby. Stop number 1, La Pad. Lovely little island. A few things of note was 43 of the Queens, or the Kings, now English pounds. If you book it on Get Your Guide, you can do it without food. If you book it on like the waterfront, like going direct to people, you have to have food included, so it's like 60 or 65 euros. It's kind of 2 options. The 3 island, which as it says on the tin, mate, is 3 different islands, or you can do like the Blue Cave one. So ours is a full day trip, 3 islands, 8 hours. The Blue Grotto, Blue Caves, is a little speedboat. You're batting about the place, 4 hours, more time in the water, and you have a lot more time just exploring on the old land. Me and Em came for a little coffee this morning where you had the rundown, the review yesterday, Olabala, and we're back here now for a little bit of food. You kind of have some absolutely unbelievable standard restaurants here. If I can remember, never watch this back, I will overlay a couple of them, but that's a lot more of like an upmarket type lunch. There's a few super basic spots, but me and Em have gone for a little, I would say medium to upmarket. We had a lovely little risotto with this like seaweed crisp on top. Could have eaten about 3 of them, but cannot fault the quality. I had to show him the thing saying allergic to nuts and peanuts, but I know I've started just saying if I eat nuts or peanuts I will die, and the woman was laughing. She's like, do you know what you've written? I was like, yeah, let's go get the chef involved and keep us alive. But yeah, gorgeous water, super see-through. We've got the drone in the sky, a lot more slower, relaxed pace of life here. Some lovely little spots. I think this is more of a day trip rather than coming to stay here, but if you want to sit out with your book, relaxing, chillaxing, then this might be the spot for you. There is a beach on the opposite side of the island called Sunil. Again, we'll have overlaid it. Now for you, it's a 30-minute walk, or you can pay €3 per person for a little like buggy to take you over there. The lady on the boat gave us the intel and said she would spend it on this side of the island. The other side is where all the small boats go, and it's super busy. Food was, how much, Em? €23? €23 for the seafood risotto. Beers are €7, Aperols are 12, and the coffee was €4.50. Today we're sponsored by the boys scoring a couple schooners, but now we've had a delicious dark beer, which was absolutely top draw, and yeah, we're just going to be chilling, taking it in. Any more flare views, we'll bring you back to the party. Em's looking absolutely top draw as always. The star of the show, give the fans what they want to see, more action with the king. But yeah, the water gorgeous, views gorgeous, it's the waves lapping at the old feet. If Nina Wright was here, she'd be dropping the Wednesday office chat. She's not done a full day of work for 31 years. Cheers now. Got us.
The sun is shining, you're next to blue crystal waters, and we're shooting some schooners.
Scoring some schooners.
Oh, did I?
Shooting some. So yeah, the beers are flowing. In the words of Gary Barlow, this is my idea of a very nice day. We're in the Green Captain, a lovely little joint, very elegant, sophisticated, very much like El Kingador next to myself, and music to all our ears when Emma asked, is the rosé dry? And what did she say?
All of our wines are dry.
All of them are dry. I'll overlay the name of the island we're on now. Gorgeous little setup, very much reminds me of just like a little fishing village, very quaint, very relaxed. It was €5 for a little glass of wine, little cheers.
Doesn't look very dry.
Yeah, that looks sweet as chips, but I'll give you a little stat while Emma drinks that. This island has the largest amount of olive oil trees per square kilometre in the world, in the entire world. That's the Guinness World Record. Is it dry? It's not dry, is it?
It's dry, but it's not my kind of wine.
Rating out of 10?
5.
The green captain's getting gunned down. I've gone for the Vino Blanco, as I say. I mean, yeah, that does look. Give a little close up on that. The tannins. Shout out to Scotty. That does look. Is it sweet? Let me give it a little.
Go on, you try it. Try it.
Smells fine. Yeah, no, that's an absolutely horrible bit of kit. And by the way, I was fighting my pinky not to go up then. But the Vino Blanco, let's see what it's saying.
Oh, we did buy some olive oil from that then.
Oh yeah, we did. Convinced to buy some olive oil. £9 bottle of olive oil for about 300 mils, brilliant. I've had a few.
100 mils.
I've had a few cervezas and I've just been conned into that. Right, one sip of the schooner. See the score.
So imagine we can make a nice Greek salad with it.
Yeah, it's going to be the most expensive Greek salad in the world. By the way, I've just had a little.
This one.
I'm not saying my palate can understand, but that does smell banging. Well, that's nice. It's nice. It's fresh. It's fruity. That is definitely dry.
Fruity?
I would say so a little bit. Can it be fruity and dry?
Yes.
Is that an oxymoron? I don't know. Am I a literature scholar? I think that's nice. It is dry. That is definitely dry.
It's nice in the raisin. So
Yeah.
if you come, get a white if you're going to say. I won't say that too loud.
Yeah, the woman's looking in the background, so we've got to smile as we say. Well, best. I think that's decent. Anyway, cheers now. What an afternoon. Sun, sea, sand, cervezas, vino. What more can you ask for? Get it. Get it. Get it.
That's joke you haven't got there.
You stupid. Nice.
Oh yeah, and I had to leave.
The Croatian adventures are unfortunately coming to an end. What an absolute vibe yesterday was. I was going to give a little recap, recount, walk you through it, because Carlsberg don't do Thursdays in Croatia, but if they did, they'd look a little something like this. And just drop a little bit of wisdom, knowledge, because I do think that Croatia could be in the top 3 countries in the whole of Europe. For me, I'll tell you where my favourite is, and for me, there's going to be nowhere I think that ever comes to it. It's going to be so difficult, but I'll give you the rundown, the review, as always. Questions in the comments. The vlog's been a little bit all over the place, but you know, we're just mixing things up, a little bit of vibe, a little bit of chilling, and seeing where we can get to. We're sat on a lovely little terrace. Em's in a little egg chair doing a little bit of reading. I was doing a bit of editing, just a bit of chilling. And yeah, I've got the beach, the sea in the backdrop. What an absolute vibe. But yesterday, let me just walk and talk you through it. Got up 6 a.m, the sun is just rising. Did a nice little 10K, got that in the bones. Trying to keep that heart rate down, 139 beats per minute. Earning those beers so we can enjoy them later in the day. To be fair, there's no way you can go running here where there's no hills. It was like 180 meters, I think, in elevation, and that's as like as flat as I could get it. But yeah, we got that in the bones nice and early. Had a nice little dip in the sea post run, just chilling out, cooling off, because one thing of note here, it's amazing post run and when you're boiling the sun, but the water I would say is pretty bloody cold. And we're here in June, so I think July, August, September, it's going to be just getting turned up just a little bit, but it is extremely refreshing. And one of the things I always just think, oh no, golden sand beaches is the play, that's what you want. I'm a Pebble Beach guy now. I'm all for it. You get no sand in your room. The water's a lot more clear because obviously all that sediment's not being raised up when people are in the water. So yeah, for me, I'm a convert. So yeah, anywhere around this area of the world is pretty top draw. But yeah, we thought, you know what, we'll treat ourselves. We sat on the little makeshift beds from our apartment, our Airbnb the other day. We thought, you know what, we'll get proper sun lounger, proper parasol, €30. And it's weird, like the guys there, they only work 10 till 4, so if you get up at 6 till 10, like you don't get charged, or after 4 o'clock, and the sun doesn't set here till like 8:30, you also don't get charged. If you want to save a little bit of money, you can, of course, do that. The sun's beating down all day. The beers were flowing on the old draft beer waris. What is it called, the local one? It's pretty mid-tier, so it doesn't need to be reviewed. But you know what I mean, when you do get a draft beer, it is just that slight bit elevated. The King was on a few Aperols, got a few ciders in the mix, just a bit of fruitiness to cut through all that. And then we went, showered, changed, refreshed, and got ourselves to the Old Town. So we've stayed obviously in La Pad. I would 100% stay in La Pad. The beach here is stunning. The sun sets off the beach every day, and then it's about £8 each way. In a taxi, which we've done 3 times, once a day to explore, and then twice at night, which is personally how I would recommend coming here, because like you can come to the beach every day. Whereas if you're in the centre, do you know what I mean? I think the centre's gorgeous, the Old Town, but it's super small, and you're not going to be like sat on a beach unless you're at that boozer bar. But yeah, went into there, and we had to go back to Carmen. I genuinely think it might be one of the best restaurants that I've ever been to. The octopus starter with the little sweet peppers in there, the capers, everything about it's sensational. Obviously we went in the day last time and we went at night. There was a massive queue to get in there, so we probably queued for like maybe 30 minutes, but it's perfect. There's like a little like gentleman's club or social club next to it, and you can get a little beer wire in the system. Met some pals from Australia. We're on a pretty gun trip, to be fair. They sound pretty loaded, going to like Paris, London, a few spots in Croatia because the guy's family is Croatian. So yeah, they've done pretty well for themselves. Nice little crew. Got in there, obviously we had octopus salad. We had a nice little bottle of Vino Blanco. I would say, I'm not a wine connoisseur, but I would say the wines they're not at the level, Mendoza, Italy, those sort of places. But, do you know what I mean, they still do ball, they still get the job done. And then me and Emily, I had to get what she got last time, the seafood pasta, prawns, mussels, octopus. It's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I would heavily advise going there. If you don't want to queue, go at lunchtime. If you don't mind about queuing, and go in the evening. I'll do what we did and go twice. It's that bloody good. And for context, it was like £46 each, which, do you know what I mean? That's a lot of money to spend on a meal and stuff. But when you compare it to like going for a meal in the UK, you could easily spend that on the most subpar meal ever. So I said, this is what me and Em was saying, like, if we go out for food, I would rather spend a lot more and get like a really elevated meal than go out and get something like pretty mid-tier, 'cause of course the chef, he can do a few bits in the old kitchen, but yeah, post the meal, wander around the old time, stunning, buzzing, loads going on, loads of places to drink. I don't know how we didn't find these places. There's like 3 Irish bars all next to each other. The music's pumping, the atmosphere's good. Got a couple of Guinness in the bones, so yeah, had quite a few cerveza yesterday, but we didn't take it too far, so we're feeling nice and fresh today. So yeah, for me, I really like Croatia. And like, we went to Hvar, we went to Split, and I thought it was very, very, very good. Now we've been to Dubrovnik, I generally think it's like my second favourite country in the whole of Europe. Like, super friendly people, really, really good food, stunning water. The Old Town is one of the most beautiful cities that I've ever been to, so it's all positive for me, but it cannot take Italy off the top spot. I think Italy has a little bit more in terms of like diversity of places, activities, beaches, mountains, cities, a little bit more culture, history. It sounds like I'm actually playing down Croatia, even though I'm saying Croatia's amazing, but yeah, no, that's why that's why Italy is my favourite. But yeah, content, a bit more just chill vlog, relaxing style. If you have any questions, travels, what we're up to, please let me know in the comments. We've got a couple other trips planned this year thus far. I've got a little Ibiza trip for a little stag do, and also I've signed up to do a High Rocks in Valencia. We might do some other things as well. So yeah, questions, travel, business, whatever you want to know in the comments. Whilst you're down there, hit the subscribe button. We're coming up to 4K subs. And remember, the chef, he's always cooking. Let's get it.